If you ever wondered why it's so difficult to lose weight, one of the reasons is because you don't understand the 5 fundamental physiologic laws that apply to your body and everybody else's body when trying to lose weight. These 5 laws are so fundamental that hormones, different types of diets, all these other kind of extra things that we hear from social media or influencers or other people, even doctors even, that confuse and muddy the waters. All these different types of programs, intermittent fasting, not intermittent fasting. I mean, it's all out there, and it's no wonder people are confused. But the truth is this: 5 fundamental laws. If you were to just obey these laws, then you'll be successful. So the 5 fundamental laws are this. Number 1 is know your why. The why of why you're trying to lose weight is so important. And the reason why it's important is because it is your prime motivator. It is that thing within you that if you want to succeed, this will get you there. This is the driver. It's that mountaineer climbing the mountain, right? That's the reason why he does it. It is the professional athlete who goes out there and practices his sport hours and hours upon end. It is the musician that also practices their instrument every single day just so that they can have a shot to play in an orchestra or play in front of people. It is the motivating factor. And if you want to lose weight, you have to find what your why is. And that's different for everybody. The second law is that you have to choose nutrition over calories. And what that means is that when we eat food, you can go and eat food any single place that you want to. You can go to a gas station, you can go to a restaurant, you can go to your grocery store. Food is everywhere. It is abundant. But nutritious food, that is what your body needs. And you will find that you actually need less nutritious food than more calorie-dense food. When you have less nutritious food, number 1, you can save money because you don't have to eat as much of it because it's packed with nutrients. Number 2, it gives you the energy that you need. Number 3, it can fill up your stomach even more so you don't feel as hungry. When people eat dense, nutritious food and prioritize that over just empty caloric food, then they can lose weight, they can feel great, and everything starts to kind of get focused in on what they want to achieve, which is their ultimate goal of good weight management. The third law is that you have to maintain a healthy caloric deficit. And this is essentially the calories in, calories out model. Now, there are many people out there that say the calories in, calories out model is old-fashioned, it doesn't apply. But that can't be further from the truth. And the reason why it can't be further from the truth is because no one in the history of the human species has ever lost weight eating more calories than they burn. Just like no person on the planet has earned money and created a wealth of a fortune by spending more than what they've earned. So it applies to your body as well. That's why it is a physiologic fundamental law. There is a nuance and there are variations on how quickly your body can lose weight, and that can be based on hormones and that can be based on other factors. But ultimately, the main premise of losing weight is that you have to burn less than you have to burn more than what you consume. So when somebody is overweight and they have fat on their body, the only way that that fat has gotten there is because over the course of time, you have eaten more than what your body needs, and it could not get rid of it fast enough. So it had to put that energy somewhere, and it stored it as fat. The only way you're going to get rid of this fat is if you actually have to use it up, and you cannot do that if you are eating more and more food so that your body does not have to use the fat. You have to make that switch where your body has to use the fat. And when you do that, then it'll start to go away. And the only way to make that happen is if you are eating less than what your body needs. And that's what a caloric deficit is. And all the research out there shows that if you can maintain a caloric deficit, then you will lose weight. The fourth law is that you need to move daily. And this can be a varied topic. There's lots of different types of movement out there. You can go for a walk, go for a run, bike, swim. You can, play a sport. Like, there's lots of ways for your body to move. The reason why movement is so important is because when you move, you are activating your metabolism more. You are activating the musculature. You are burning calories. You are forcing your body to use energy. Now, and this is probably for another video, but it's very difficult to outwork a very poor diet. So you cannot exercise your way to being thinner. It's very difficult. And we can see that in some reality shows like The Biggest Loser competition. They worked out extremely hard. They ate a little amount of food, and they were successful at losing weight. But that was not sustainable. They could not sustain that. So the best way to lose weight is to first look at your diet, right? And we already talked about that in the previous laws. Look at your diet. Then you supplement by exercising. The research shows that those people that work out consistently, it's a lot easier for them to sustain their weight loss. But the best way to actually get the weight loss going is by having a good diet and staying in that caloric deficit. Fifth law is that you need to show up consistently. You cannot achieve greatness in terms of your weight loss and what you want to achieve in your life if you don't show up consistently. And this applies for anybody in any field, in any business, in anything. If you do not show up consistently, then you will not succeed. In our program, we want you to succeed. And we want you to follow these 5 laws. And if you follow these 5 laws, then we know you will succeed because it's a fundamental truth. These are the 5 fundamental laws of losing weight. You follow them, you will succeed. That's what we teach. That's what we do in the Why Am I Eating Institute of Weight Management. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you in another one.